All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got no Cunningham. Let's give a little bit of a bump to Sasser. I don't really like Schroeder like that. Give a bump to Beasley. I mean, Schroeder's in play, but I don't like him like that. Sasser, Beasley, Harris. Um, Maybe a little bit of love to Holland also. They all get bumps because of the significant usage that Cunningham um uses. However, it is Cleveland, so don't go too crazy with Detroit. Harden's in play. Should smash Brooklyn. Clippers have been playing very well. We'll see what's going on with Curry. Um, Booker's an okay play. I know Phoenix needs to win. Should be a back and forth with Minnesota. Should be a close game. Fire up Booker. Donovan Mitchell's an okay play. I'm still off of Cleveland until playoffs. Maybe, if I get Jared Allen, my last man in, something like that in the DraftKings lineup. But I'm really trying to stay away from Cleveland. Jamal Murray, we'll see what's going on with him. Scotty Barnes, no thank you. A lot of these teams are only playing guys no more than 30 minutes. You just got to be very careful with these teams that are tanking. Garland, not interested in Garland at all. Westbrook looks better with no Murray. Quickly, no thank you. No Toronto for me. He could absolutely hit value in 30 minutes against Charlotte, but I don't want to take that chance. Keontae George, not really interested either. But Podziemski gets a bump with no Curry. No Russell for me. Won't play over 29 minutes. Not interested in Keon Johnson. Collier, if I'm desperate, only because of his price. Alvarado, if he's my last man in and he's starting, fine. Porter's in play. Porter's an okay play. If he doesn't start, there's no guarantee what his minutes could be. Not interested in Sheed, Ty Jerome, none of these guys. All right, if they start Hawkins, you could take a shot. I know that they're value, but they don't move me like they guaranteed to do what they're supposed to do. I like Hawkins if he starts. Brown if you're playing a few lineups. Nothing is really grabbing me. Back in the day when you had value, you couldn't wait to roster them because they were going to hit 6 times value. Now you play value, you're lucky they hit 4 times value. What happened to Schroeder the other night? I thought he was the best player on the slate. I mean, he projected well. I still wasn't thrilled, but he was the correct play. But I wasn't excited to play him. Anthony Edwards is an okay play. He doesn't need to go crazy for his team to win. That's the problem. You need him to pay off 9,600. 47, 32, 26 isn't going to get it done. So, he is score independent, and he can have an awful shooting night, and his team could still win. So I don't like playing players like that. It's only a 7-game slate, so I'm not saying I'm not going to get to him. He's in the player pool, but I'm not excited to play. I haven't really seen any plays yet that stand out to me. Mikal Bridges, if you're desperate. Not interested in Normal Powell. Got Harden going off. Kawhi's in his groove. Zubac's in his groove. Powell's the fourth option now. Sexton, I don't know how many minutes he's gonna play. Plus, I think he has a nagging injury. DiVincenzo, if you're desperate. Beasley, I mentioned earlier. Schroeder, Moody should get a little bit of a bump if there's no Curry. Bruce Brown is an okay play. Gary Trent is an okay play. All right, Kawhi's in play. Butler was an epic failure. Like all that drama, and you go up against a team and you did nothing. And I don't understand it because we know you got to switch. We know you got to switch. We seen you in the bubble in the finals. You showed up every single game. The other finals after that, you showed up every single game. So you can there's a switch you can flip, and you didn't flip that switch. So now I don't even want to play you. To be honest with you, this is a slate where Butler will probably go off, and his ownership is going to be down because of his last game. But I be trying to tell people when you're playing single entry or one or two lineups, you should just be trying to play the best players. People be caught up in ownership, and then at the end of the night, there's no green because you faded the player that you needed. I've been preaching this shit forever. Nobody listens to me. If you're playing single entry, play the best players. Um, Josh Hart, you can never make heads or tails out of him. You can't even really look at the game log anymore. You can't look at game logs. You can't even really look at projections because these shits are not accurate. Josh Hart could give you 60 fantasy points yesterday and 25 today. Same thing with Butler. What's his projection going to be? Jimmy Butler's projection is probably 48 fantasy points. Not even. Probably like 41 fantasy points. Josh Hart's projection is probably 42 fantasy points. And these guys can give you anything between 20 and 55 fantasy points. So what the fuck does all the tools mean if it can't pinpoint shit? Cam Johnson, I don't want to play Cam Johnson. I don't want to play anybody from Brooklyn. Like, what's his ceiling? Indiana, all right. That's a fast paced matchup. Now we're going up against the Clippers. A good defense, and I doubt he goes over 30 minutes. That's the problem. I mean, I wish I could come on here and give y'all like plays that I'm not confident about, but I'm not going to do that. I know that's what some people do. I'm not going to do that. What's going to have to happen is we're going to have to wait to close to the lock to get some value pieces. That's what's going to happen. Um, Kuz, I'm not thrilled with Kuz either, but he didn't play. Actually, I think I might be done with this guy. I think I might be done with this guy. He's had like one good game this season. We're almost in the playoffs. Yeah, I think I'm done with him. Fuck him. I'm not gonna play him. You want to take a shot on him? You could take a shot. I'd rather play McDaniels. Who else? I'm not interested in Hunter. I'm not interested in Zaire Williams. Dunn, if he starts, if you're desperate, last man in type deal, cool. And Holland, I don't mind Holland. If you're playing a few lineups, you want to take a shot, I don't mind Holland. All right, we're about to go to power forward. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Struggling to cash, you need me to help you. You want me to send you my finalized optimal updated lineup? No problem. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. We're in MLB season now, so we have standalone packages for MLB or NBA, and we also have combo packages for people that want to play both. Just make sure you read the description because some cover just main slate, some cover early and late slate. So whatever you want to play, just see what fits your needs. Let's go to power forward. Oh, all right. So Milwaukee already has a little bit of value with no Dame. If Giannis can't go, then we'll get a little bit more value. And regardless if Giannis is in or out, I'm still not thrilled about playing Kuzma. I don't mind taking a shot on Durant. I don't really want to play Miles. What is Charlotte playing for? Like what you need people to go over and beyond, right, to pay off their salaries. Why wouldn't Miles Bridges need to go over and beyond against Toronto on a random Friday? That's how I look at it. I'm just trying to be honest here. You're looking for 50 fantasy points out of this guy. What's going to bring him to 50 fantasy? Is he going to get hot? He could. But what's the likelihood of him going crazy? That's my question. Kawhi, if they smoke these guys in 3 quarters, can Kawhi pay this off? That's the question. The good thing is it's only a 7-game slate. That's the good thing. So you should be all right. But you know, if you've been playing DFS for a while, especially NBA DFS, you know exactly what I mean. I'm not interested in Mobley. If Mobley is out, give Jared Allen a bump. Maybe give Mitchell a bump. I'm not interested in paying $8,500 for Garland because these guys got to pay this off. That's the thing. Salary is cute, but they got to pay it off. I don't mind taking a shot on Randall. OG's in play. I'm not what I always say about Draymond. When there's no Curry, you don't know how to function. I've been saying this shit for years. I'm Aaron Gordon, 11 fantasy points. I don't know about all that, buddy. Just give me Tobias Harris, even though it's a Cleveland matchup. If Kelly Olynyk starts, I'm not thrilled about this neither. Cause he don't have to really play that much. We're in the awful part of the season where they could just do whatever he did. He had 44 fantasy points in 30 minutes. I promise you, he wouldn't do that again in 30 minutes. I could promise you that. But for what this slate is, he's an okay play. For what this slate is, I don't mind Nas Reed. For what this slate is, I don't mind Kuminga. Matkovic for value. Prefer him to start. I don't see Jokic playing one game and then sitting the next, so pretty sure he plays. If Gordon can't go, let's give a bump to Westbrook, Porter. If Jamal can't go, let's give a bump to the rest of them. Jokic, Porter, Westbrook, Porter, Jokic, and then who else? Braun. Cat's in play. Cat should be a decent play at 10.2K on this short slate. I don't remember Braun. Questionable. All right, well, we're going to keep our eye on Denver value. We should be able to get something out of that. Like I said, KD's in play. If I'm playing a lot of lineups and I just wanted to throw, caution to the wind, I'll throw Mark Williams in the lineup. But if you're playing one lineup, play Zubac. Durant is in play. Kessler's in play. At least he's going to play 30 minutes. Allen is fine, gets a bump with no Mobley. Gobert's in play. Brook Lopez is in play. Looks a lot better with no Giannis. Pirtle seems to be going crazy in 30 minutes. 26, 25, 28, 26 minutes. You could take a shot. I'm still scared of Pirtle, even though his game log looks good. Claxton, I'm not really interested in. Robinson, you could take a shot, but he's coming off the bench. I don't think we're going to be getting to anybody else. So listen, 7-game slate. I'm going to go on and get out of here. I appreciate y'all taking time to watch the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. Check out the Patreon, check out the channel memberships. And I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.